Yeah, 414243. So, yeah. You can't see that. 414243. All right, here's the deal. You don't have to write any of this down. Remember we said received cash from the owner as an investment. Owner's capital. Okay. Received cash from owner. What do we do?
Receive cash.
Yeah.
Increase would be debited.
So I increased cash and then increase capital. So this would be debited and this would be credited, right? Okay. Now, instead of doing it this way, if we did it this way, so we have cash, owner's equity, capital. It's this same transaction would look like this, right? Debit, credit, right? So if I was going to write this all out, I would put cash, what if I did it this way? Cash and capital. I would have this way. You guys see how I did that? So I used the same T account for both. See that? All right, that's basically what we're doing. I'm going to put this on here and it's going to freak you out, but don't freak out. Okay, it's the same thing. All right, so what we're going to do is a journal giving you the working papers. Your instructor, that's me, will guide you through the following examples. Ruth Muldoon owns Muldoon Copy Center, which uses those following accounts that you can see there on page 71. All right, journalize each transaction during April current year. Use page 1 of the journal. Okay, this is a general journal. We'll get into other journals, but to start, general journal, we're going to put everything in the general journal. Okay, we'll get to a point where whenever you spend cash, you use the cash payments journal. If you get cash, use the cash receipts journal. But just for the reason that just to learn how to use journals, we're going to put everything in this one. Okay, and it says page 1, so we have to fill in which page number it is. So page 1 of the general journal. Received cash from the owner as an investment. Okay, we just did that. So this is on April 1st, so we have to fill in the date. April 1st, and above here we put 2011. We put the year up there. 2011. You see that? Now what did we say? Received cash from the owner as an investment of $7,000. So I just did that one on that scratch piece of paper. What did we do? What did we do? What gets debited, what gets credited? Cash gets debited. Always put whatever gets debited first. I repeat, always put whatever gets debited first. Okay, Sydney, true or false? Put whatever gets credited first. False. All right, good. Okay, so cash is getting debited for $7,000. $7,000. See that? That's like the T account that we used before. Now, there's 2 extra columns here in the middle. This post-reference column, you guys won't use that for a few more chapters. We'll get into that later, so just ignore that one for now. The source document, or the document number, okay, if you look at that transaction, it says, at the end it says investment $7,000 R1. All right, if you did your worksheet like you were supposed to, R1 is the document number, R1. And it's pretty universal that in this book, the document number comes last. Right? R1. R stands for receipt. So receipt number 1. When the owner puts the money into it, you write them a receipt saying $7,000. Receipt 1, you give it to them. The store keeps a copy. Okay, so the company received cash, and what else? What gets credited then? Which one? Owner's equity. Which account? There's a list of accounts there underneath there. Which one? Which capital account? Ruth Muldoon Capital. And how much does that get credited for? 7,000 American dollars. The next one, that's transaction 1. That's how you use a general journal. It's pretty much the same thing. So to answer your question, this is not a difficult chapter, but it's just different. All right, paid cash for supplies. This is on April 2nd. So now we can just put 2. You can just put 2 in there. So on April 2nd, what do? Paid cash for supplies. What goes first? Whatever's debited. And supplies is going up, so we go supplies for $425. C1. What do you suppose C stands for? Check. Check. And those will come into play later because when we have all those different ones. So if you write a check, that goes in the cash payments journal when we get to all that stuff. If you got confused by what I said, just forget it. And what's getting credited?
Cash.
Cash is getting credited for $425. Easy enough? All right. Let's just do 4-2. Okay, we're on a roll. We'll keep rocking here. On April 5th, bought supplies on account from Ron's Supply for $300.
So your supplies would get
Supplies is getting debited. Okay, supplies is going up. $300. What's our document number? M1. What's M stand for?
Don't tell me.
Memorandum. And then accounts payable, Ron's Supply, is going to get credited for $300. On the 7th, paid cash for insurance, so it's going to get debited. Prepaid insurance. And this is check number 2, $600. And what did we pay with? Well, cash. And we paid $600 of cash. And then lastly, paid cash on account to Ron Supplies. So on the 9th, we owed Ron this money, so now we're going to pay Ron that money. And that would be what's going to get debited? Right here, we owe him this money. We owe him $300. Now we're paying the $300. So when we owed it to him, we credited it. So now we're going to debit it. So accounts payable, Ron's Supply, $300, and we paid with cash, $300. What's the document number? Check number 3. I hit the wrong button. I can't tell. What is it? Control Alt Escape. All right.